Welcome back. Today I am letting you all in on a Factorio run I've been playing recently. I've got an echo, one sec. My silly. Oh, So this is a Factorio 2 space exploration run with 100 times science cost. So it's gonna take a while, it's gonna be a journey, and it already has. I am 1 day and 17 hours in currently. And also the sun is going to have explosive diarrhea in 7 hours and possibly destroy most of my base. So that's fun. But hey, robots on the horizon. It's my base currently. It's the little normal styler base. I had to build all this by hand. No sweat, don't even worry about it. Like a solid... Also, I've built for 600 SPM, but I'm underproducing petroleum at the moment. I think is the issue currently. That doesn't seem to be the issue. Alright, well, somewhere else, but I'm not doing that now. It's probably the labs. Yeah. Didn't scale didn't calculate the labs perfectly. I did pretty much eyeball it, to be honest. Just like slap down 200 labs, that's good enough. 200, right? Yep. Besides, most of the production modules in them now, which gives a lower overall science pack consumption. It gives essentially minus 12% speed for 8% productivity. Anyways, I should start making some robot parts ahead of time. Need to do full automations, I don't think. I'm not making a big robot network just yet. I just need my starting things, because having beginning robots is very nice. More than very nice, actually. It's like hard to live without. Even though I have, and I'm tired of it, I want to stop. It's a lot to build by hand. Okay, so I got my fancy little circuit wall up here. I have to go ranting about how it works, but it's likely not anyone watching yet right now. I will if someone asks, though. No need to explain it to the void. So as I'm quite certain I don't have any vault watchers. I can't really know for sure. Perhaps I shouldn't either. I can strap the batteries onto a sulfuric acid production over by Blue Science. Blue Science is a very fun package, taking a very reasonable amount of different resources, including sulfuric acid. So, yeah, let me just wait for the fellas to pass. Everything like that. So okay. Need my best interest to disable to just do some bulk crafting. This is a 1-to-1, so to be able to get a nice amount of batteries out of this. It's happening. I'm finally getting my bots. I don't think I could put it into words how big of a deal this is, and even if I took like the entire 2 hours of this like 3 hours out of the stream trying to talk about how many, like how painful it is to build a base of this size by hand. But I do think I'm pretty resilient to tedium compared to most people. I just did this for fun. Which would indicate that I would have stopped doing if it was not fun. So it was fun enough. Fun in a challenging kind of way, not fun in a I would do this 10 times over kind of way. Fun, but I'm happy I don't have to do it again. Just like with Crack Tag, this is the kind of run that I would not want to restart and do multiple versions of. Well, maybe I would, but definitely long breaks. It's goddamn. I do have some self-respect, you know. I don't just want to watch myself burn. Okay. It's going as well. Still do have a few more resources before I actually get a personal roboboard. Due to the addition of these big solar panels that I think Questorio adds, I don't think I'll be needing a battery, so that could save me some space, because the modular armors are pretty small. They don't get big very fast. I think my plan is to get two personal robopods and 2 big solar panels, and using the internal batteries of the robopods as a buffer. Want the big bursts of building, not like consistent building. Like over a long period of time. Thought it through a decent bit, and I would say this is the best way to handle it. But oh well, you can always just try something else. It's not like the sun is gonna explode in 7 hours. So 7 hours should be a bit more time to work with and actually have bots, and I don't have to spend like 2 hours designing and placing just one of these builds. So it really just takes that long. I suspect my plan for how to deal with the coronal mass ejection, which is what it's actually called, is maybe to time deconstructing my base to rebuild it with better and more appropriate resources, more appropriate infrastructure, at like the same time that the coronal mass ejection happens. It's kind of the plan I'm going for, but I'll need a game plan, probably like some better all patches. Because like this Questorio, I think, no, space exploration adds these big core fissures that can give you a lot of free resources at the cost of a lot of power. But I also want like actual throughput, because like they lose efficiency for each one you have placed on the same what term is used? Like the same planetoid. The same body, that's the term they use. Same planetary body. So like the first one gives 15 a second, but when you have 2 they each give 10 a second. Luckily though, mining productivity research is applied to them, so they actually give me 12 a second, and they're also underpowered. So hoping I'd fix that. It's flickering. You just have like a lot of different power systems. Have like a full belt of coal coke going into like also a full belt of processed fuel, but it's just not doing the thing. I guess the fix would be over here to make it able to reach both sides instead of just one of them. So could do that. It's pretty close to my position right now. Alright, how would I do this? Do I even care about getting like proper distribution? I'm only gonna be carrying a yellow belt in anyways. So I'd not have it be like that. Yes. To your left. And do a little trick here to make things not stack up on the side. So just a bit of fancy tech. Anyways, with this much bandwidth for my steam turbines, it should be fine. Well, it should be stable, hopefully. Annoying if it still just doesn't work. It's pretty difficult powering a base of this size with just steam turbines, I gotta say. Didn't really prepare myself for that part. Doesn't really help that just like with my Gregtech run, it's my first time trying anything near this size of a challenge. So I don't really have any prior experiences to go off of. Having dealt with like similar challenges in other places. Just taking it all raw, just like God intended. Well, it is keeping up. I guess this one's just flickering because, I don't know, for some reason the 15-a-second conveyor coming out of it can't take the 10-a-second. Well, technically it can only output on one side of the belt, but like, this belt is going immediately onto a red belt, which can do 15-a-second per side, so it should be able to take the entire core drill just on one side of the belt, which I'm then transferring also a yellow belt because I actually care about how much iron I have. What if I... It's a lot of resource. Still flickering off, I'm not sure why. It's like the conveyor coming out isn't even full. What if I add a pivot conveyor? Oh, not like that. Conveyor first. No. Meteors missed. It's another fun thing I get to deal with. Sometimes I get a meteor destroying critical infrastructure. So even if I didn't have a very real threat of the the sun burping all over my factory, I still couldn't AFK due to that. Making fuel in all of these conveyors literally full. I guess it is keeping up now. It's the humble 200 megawatts pre-bots. I do like genuinely wonder if I would be able to get through a run like this. It's an interesting challenge though. Now I am motivated and just genuinely hoping I'm not stretching myself too thin by having a challenge here and a challenge in GTNH at the same time. That would suck if I had to let go of one of them. I need to save up for 40 robots, ideally. This one that's slow. I guess I could just put some speed modules in it, I suppose. If I'm gonna rebuild my base, I definitely want to build my base around the idea of having to walk around a bit better, because I'm just having to like squeak my way through all these builds. I do have this concrete, which helps to alleviate the pain and suffering caused by this desert that I've been dropped into. Also, something I should mention is that I got pretty lucky with the world gen. The entire top half of this this thing is actually like a closed off island. So none of like the bases over here, for example, that are consuming pollution can actually get to me. Due to a little fancy trick a friend taught me with alternating landfill, I can get there, well, they can't get to me. Which I will not feel bad about using, because I've just barely gotten, well, not even gotten to bots yet, and I'm dealing with majority big biters at this point. And I don't have a tank yet or anything. Still using turrets and red ammo. And this is with a space exploration preset, lowering the amount of evolution, or the speed of evolution. Also, like when you look at this, like most of this evolution is just from pollution. And guess what? This evolution increase actually happens even if the pollution doesn't reach the nests. It's based off of pollution produced, not pollution consumed by nests. So that's fun. But I don't think I have to worry too much about biters, like, in the future. It's still like ages of research away. Each of these takes actual forever. But I can't get air filters that can consume a lot of pollution out of the atmosphere. And I can make a border of that to help me stretch to when it's more possible to make a full-scale defense. There's also another fun thing that I think Questoria adds. Oil isn't infinite. There's actually a expected amount out of each well. Although, thanks to space exploration, oil is technically infinite because you get oil from this core fragment processing. Get a lot out of this. Just require you to probably balance all the outputs. But it is worth it. And once you like get to the point where you actually have the infrastructure to set up a proper defense wall anyways, and once you also get to the point where you're worried about running out of oil on your map, you will have a solution for disposing of and balancing all of the output. Because right now I don't have a solution for rare metals or uranium, so I'm just shoving them in boxes. I've gained quite a bit by now. Luckily for uranium, I can do a overflow void though, because this crusher at least sometimes can delete the uranium. So I'm actually seeming to be guaranteed because there's so many output, but it does work sometimes. guess actually, if it's just the chance output that it gives itself, maybe it does work with the ram metal, because I tried with the ram metal, and I just got, like, the 2 times I tried, I just got ram metal back as a output. Because, like, ram metal is kind of an issue. These are pretty full, and, like, 4, 5 of these are full. Like, there's already so much. So I'm a bit worried about that, but like I'm not gonna have to worry about it until the coronal mass ejection, I'm pretty sure. Unless I scale up for fragment processing. I don't think I will be doing that. Not yet anyways. Mainly blocked by my power grid being on its last legs. Struggling quite a bit. Even with like so much of the map just being covered in steam turbines. Steam engines, sorry. Am I silly? So many little moving bits and bobs on a base like this. It can be pretty overwhelming, but it's also pretty satisfying looking back on it and thinking I had to place all of this by hand. Well, maybe not that part is satisfying, but seeing everything is pretty damn close. But seeing everything mesh together is, like, work in unison is pretty satisfying. This is already like twice, no, like 3 times the size of any base I've ever built. I mean, like full game, mostly vanilla bases. So, what have I signed myself up for? God, solar panel's gonna take 30 minutes to research. The other ones are fast though. This one is pretty unforgiving. Yeah, I thought I was... Actually, this is kind of like how close I was expecting to be to getting robots. Having to... like, being able to get it maybe by the end of the stream. At least I don't have to worry about getting all the construction robots in time for my personal robot port. So I have plenty of time. I have like a solid probably 40 minutes before it's even researched. Just like RegTech, it's pretty damn difficult to optimize a run like this to not include wait times. I've done a better job here than I did with RegTech. Well, that I'm currently doing with RegTech. I was pretty good at dealing with it early in RegTech. I was active quite a bit at the time. For me, it's easier to play challenges like this in the early game. When I say like easier to play, I mean easier to like play for longer periods of time. Because like the early game of this, let me just like walk you through the steps. The first science pack, like the Steam science pack, takes wood, and you can't get a good source of wood until let me find it. Until this research, which means you need to manually mine wood for every single one of these resources leading up to it, which we saw like adds up to around I think it's like 16,000 wood I had to mine by hand to get this. But I managed to like it was like 8 hours to get through this period of the game. But I still managed to crank that time out over like 2 days. But like at this point of stage, maybe just due to like the overbearing stress of that the sun is going to destroy my base in 6 hours and 20 minutes. And that's pretty stressful. It's not exactly helping my my motivation. Because I do want to make the best out of my time. I have so much time to plan, but not nearly enough time to get to the intended solution, which is the umbrella. I still have another full science pack in between me and this, so there's no way I can get that in time. Especially with like the cost of the science pack. Just the fact that it takes 9 different resources is pretty brutal. Seems that satellite telemetry is the rocket result. So you do also need to be launching rockets as well to get this. Which new rocket pass does it need? Did it say anywhere? Doesn't seem so, but I would estimate 100. So, well, like either way, it's gonna be expensive. And considering that I not only have to get a few rockets into space, I actually have to get like a lot of rockets into space. Like, what is the ratio on this? 1600 per rocket launch? Yeah, I need to launch like 30 rockets for this one alone. And I have that one as well, and that one. That's another 30 rockets, 60 rockets to get this. Like, I already knew there was no way I would get this in time. But perhaps, since based on what I can tell, how the mechanics of the coronal mass ejection works is that it it scales the amount of ejections that happen based on map discovery, which is like not great, but I'm hoping that it's still like in my favor to explore a lot of the map to try to bait the coronal mass ejections to hit elsewhere. And managing to get to the rocket research and launch a rocket with a satellite in it before the coronal mass ejection happens means that due to space exploration's mechanics regarding satellites, I'm pretty sure I can use that one satellite to scan the map and just like discover chunks. I should make it a lot easier to get a bunch of map discovery. And also make it a lot easier to plan out potentially not basing at world spawn. Not basing at world spawn next time I want to rebuild my base. But still doing that would be a big hassle because there ain't no way I'm transporting all my stuff that far. Like this base is enormous. Enormous. I don't know what I'm saying. Different vehicles. I'm wondering what the thing on the right of the car is. Let me see. Like, kind of looks like a tank, but it's like brighter colored. This tank is recolored, so wondering what it is. What kind of is this? It's a lot of things. Lot of everything. How many weapons does this have? 5 different ones, and I can barely see the ammo types each of them use. It's crazy, man. It's a lot of stuff. Jesus, 25 pollution a minute. That's kind of funny. As if you're actually gonna be caring about pollution output when you're driving a tank. These flying robot frames are pretty damn expensive. Will I need these for science actually? Is there like yellow science in this? No, alright, they're just used for robots. But perhaps robots are used in the science. Never know. Doesn't seem like construction robots are used in the science and logistic robots aren't real. They're very real. Definitely gonna need those. So let's check them. Not used anywhere. Did I get damaged? Or what? Did I like stub my toe or something? It's odd. So many moving parts in this base. I really wish I could just like properly pan over it and show everything, but I don't actually have radars. I only have these shitty little sentinels that barely have any range. Like you can literally see the entire range of the sentinel on one screen. It's not great. But it's better than nothing. Gotta stop misclicking right click. It's always a problem no matter where I go. No matter what game I go. Right click always tends to do something counterproductive. Well, counterproductive if you're doing it accidentally. So considering that it's like one of the few buttons on a mouse and the mouse is like a solid half of a like the mouse and keyboard terminology, it's used like a lot of the time. Probably like top 6 or top 7 button used in like across most everything that uses the mouse. Again, these are just statistics that I pulled out of my ass. I really have no grounds for this. Just estimating, even if only just have something to talk about. Not really, like, not even just to entertain the stream, but just to entertain me. I'm like, maybe I should go do some exploring. Something I could do, because it is pretty likely that I'm not gonna be making it to making it to rocket in time to actually get a satellite up in the sky before the coronal mass ejection. It's like I would have a solid 5 hours to do it comfortably, and then like an hour to dismantle my base if need be, and to launch the rocket as well. And like at my current speed, most of these like more or less every single one of these research is gonna take half an hour on average. So like, yeah, that's kind of an issue. I also want to get these all the resources that take the basic card all the way, so I don't have to rebuild it for my new, potentially new base. I still haven't properly decided on if I actually want to tear down my entire base, because I could just explore a lot of the map and then load autosaves until the losses aren't too great. So I would rather not lose a bajillion resources. But like, due to the existence of the coal mining drills, I can trade time for resources. It will be slow, but my base could keep running. And get stuff back. Like, repair damages. Wow, it's ages ago that I last played Space Exploration alone without K2, and I can remember it's a pain. You do it with 100x science. Damn well, good luck. Well, thanks for the consideration, but I do have a mentality for this kind of challenge. It's really just about taking it slow. I heard an analogy a while ago regarding challenges like this, and you should have a mentality for it, a bit like the example used was growing a garden. It's just something that you like tend to, maybe like an hour a day, maybe like an hour every second day, and you just slowly build it up. And eventually you will get a result out of it. End up with something you can be happy with. Something you can be satisfied with. Don't know if that will happen, but I do have the privilege to be able to just enjoy it for the journey as well. At least, like, sometimes. It does require a bit more effort than just being there, or whatever term I should use, than just hopping into it and hoping for the best. But it's also just about practice sometimes. But this is more just for me specifically, because I do struggle with feeling satisfied with accomplishments that I've feeling accomplished about accomplishments that I've done sometimes. But I think I'm getting better at it. But anyways, that's a personal thing. Not really sure if I should be talking about my personal life on stream or if I should leave it out. I feel like some people might be interested, and the people that aren't interested can just like leave and go somewhere else, I guess. I can get a precise amount of electronic components that I need, so I won't have remainder. I don't really mind having remainder of battery and big electric motors, so I will probably need them for microcrafting, and I can craft them on hand, so it's gonna be pretty nice. And also, like, I don't have anywhere where they're actually being made, so just having them at all is nice. Still a solid 20 minutes before solar is done. But I'm also gearing up for some racial conflict and some turf war and whatever you would call it to feel better about the crimes you commit out on in the low-income neighborhoods, also known as the biter bases. Like, low-income and high-income neighborhoods is very much a matter of perspective and comparison. And compared to me, the biters are broke as shit. So I don't think it would be unfair to call them low-income. God damn it! I'm actually flexing to insects right now. Me flexing my brand shoes to a ant I walked by on the street. The drop off my assembling machines. Oh yeah, I could also add some more efficiency modules to things. Something I've also been trying to do, because I do have some power issues. Well, not right now, but I do sometimes have power issues in this base, and it'd be nice to get the drain down. Unfortunately, I can't put efficiency modules in the tier 1 assembler, so I have to upgrade them first, which does decrease the efficiency per recipe, but with the efficiency modules added, they become more efficient. It's like if you compare the two assemblers, like it's more of a 50% crafting speed increase, but more than a 50% increase in max consumption. Which, with my albeit limited knowledge of how max and minimum consumption works, that would indicate to me that it what was I trying to say? Would indicate to me that it's less efficient per recipe to be running your recipes in base assembling 2 machines. Of course, this might not be how it works in vanilla. I've already caught Questorio changing a lot of vanilla mechanics. So I don't really know. I haven't played vanilla enough to be 100% certain about what mechanics are present. I really am just figuring things out as I go. Hey, I get extra funnies out of it when it's also a learning process as I go. So you won't catch me complaining. I do enjoy learning, especially if it's something that I actually suspect that I'll be able to use at some point. I kind of see learning as like a investment, I think. If I learn something now and like internalize it properly, it will save me the time and energy later. If I like pick and choose the correct things to learn. Probably think you can just do whatever and expect it to help you. Some things are just genuinely useless skills, like I'm bad with examples. I can't actually say anything here. Perhaps my point is invalid for that reason, but oh well. Wasn't really trying to make an argument anyways, I just enjoy learning things. Can't be sure enough of it to say whether it's objectively better or not to be curious in this way. Probably is just personal preference anyways. I'm sure either one works. Which one works better would require an actual study, which I am not smart enough to do. Maybe just like a more detailed analysis, of which I'm also not smart enough to do. So here we are. Exactly where we started, with no advances made. I guess maybe you could call just the act of thinking about it and contemplating a kind of progress. Are you talking about my garden analogy? Because honestly, I've been rambling for so long, I've kind of forgotten what I've been talking about. But if it's about the garden analogy, I feel like for projects like this, or just like big challenges like this, doesn't even have to be like a game challenge, just big projects in general, just focusing on not burning out and losing motivation should be your top priority at any given time. Just making sure that you will have a next time a next time that you come back is a very important thing to manage. Why are these so poorly balanced? It's just the steel. Probably do with a splitter there. But I do think I have a splitter back here, so yeah, it's just because production is really bad. At this point my steel is running off of... Like, what is this? 3 mines? That's crazy. Should probably just hook this up to it. I might go do that. Let me actually probably read your messages, because I got distracted. Okay, so you were referring to multiple of the things I said, that's why I didn't stand it initially. Oh wait. Perhaps I should also make like some spare robot frames for repairs, but at the same time I could also always make that like at the time. Anyways, conveniently this is like beautifully lined up to just be able to do this. I don't really care that it's that this is just like being shoved onto the top, because at least I'm pretty sure that this this is like a functional splitter that will split it evenly regardless. But actually no, I think that's the one splitter I have in my list of splitters that I didn't try to design myself or try to build myself, so it should be guaranteed functional. Though I also always test, at least the recent splitters I made, I test them before saving them. Like the splitter design down here, or one of the ones in my book. Guess you would probably be referring to this one or this design. Due to stream delay, it's kind of hard to get the full context of the messages. Due to my my multitasking, the projects are moving a bit fast. Like I'm already at 6 hours left before the sun explodes. Space exploration definitely adds a whole nother level of stress. It's definitely not built around just having to spend so much longer on projects or on progression. I mean, but I guess I might as well just explain just in case you're referring to this design down here. This is just a normal 4-4 splitter going into into 4 side balancers. And this is just a little fancy circuit smart, little circuit side splitter, which makes so that both sides will be evenly used if there's throughput. Damn it, man. Let me see if I can find an example. Like here, for example, both sides of the conveyor being drawn from equally. That's it's not set up properly. I want to do that. Let me read your message. And no stress from my side. Yeah, I was just split up with the circuits. I hope you're satisfied with the explanation I gave. A bit distracted. I guess you're curious about like the actual circuit condition. It's basically just reading. It's reading this belt, and if there's 4 of anything on that belt, it will disable this one. So it's just a system to make sure that this belt gets evenly emptied before it accepts new input. It's just like a way to overcome and like overcomplicating a split like this with a big construction and just doing it with a simple circuit condition. It's pretty fancy. I think I found it in a TikTok and then adapted it myself. So cool, like how versatile the circuit system is in this game. I've never really gotten into it yet though. Damn it, my LEDs are acting up. Give me a bit. I need to go fix this. Alright, I'm back. Went faster than I expected. I just have like some LEDs just for like late night lights that I've set up, but like they're on the last legs. I've like them set on a white color, and usually the blue struggles to come through, so it ends up just being like a red and green that comes through, but it's less pleasing for my eye, so I would very much like to fix it. I should probably get new lights at some point. Yeah, I think I saw something similar in the video that explains input and output balancer. Yeah, it does seem like it would probably have been around for a while, so quite likely I've seen it before. Pretty crazy circumstances for when it popped up in my feed, because I was actually having a discussion with a friend a few days earlier, because he had a like over-engineered setup. I don't remember the setup, but it was like in a 5x4 footprint to like per belt, so it took up a lot more space to do the same purpose. And then I just stumbled upon a setup doing the exact same thing, but in much less space. And also the fact that it doesn't even require any of the actual circuit blocks means that you don't even need the research to be able to execute it. Which is just even better. Even fancier. I needed steel, I keep forgetting why. I've walked over here like 3 times by now to get steel, and I keep forgetting to get steel. Alright, well that should be my 4. Let's go commit some war crimes. I still have 5 minutes plus probably another 10 minutes for these. Past my entire factory, don't mind me. So much stuff. Like I also just have a network of concrete paths going around like everywhere. Well, most of it is stone bricks actually, because I didn't have concrete at the time. Because I didn't have a car for the longest time, so I had to walk most of this map. Because I had an issue trying to find iron earlier in my progression, because when zoomed out I couldn't see this iron spot here. I just like overlooked it because I am visually impaired. I don't think I could blame it on that though. But bottom line is I didn't see it, so I was kind of stressing about not being able to find any iron outside of it. Like the most I could find was like this 1.5 million patch. There's a very big patch up here of it's not even showing. There's like, oh, that is 3.8 3.8 thousand patch. No, that's a iron patch right there. That's what I'm talking about. That's the stuff. It's actually just hilarious. Wasn't even mad about that one. No, it was just funny. However, I was mad about the 1.5 million down here. Because what do you mean it's that far away in the midst of hard biter territory and 1.5 million big? Like, what do you mean? Let me read that message. I really cared about balancing my in and outputs because I always try to match to in and out to the consumption value. And then there's a lot of iron there. Yeah, I know. It's like in the thousands actually. So much. But when you were saying that actually fell on my screen. Sometimes it like falls close enough to you that you can see it's skim past the corner of your screen, which happened right there. That's cool. But are you referring to balancing in and output through a balancer or through like calculating ratios in your build? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Is frail. It's very hard to properly find the rocks when everything is approximately the same color and there's so many of these fake rocks everywhere. Besides, I'm also more or less distracted driving, looking at my second monitor to see if I have a chance to respond to. Don't crash. Okay. Be a bit annoying to deal with these spiders now that I'm scattering them around everywhere. That's a lot of worms, holy crap. Worm base. Yeah, the bite expansions have kind of just gone crazy. Is what you would expect, to be honest. Wait. Is an island actually just closed off down here? That's very important intel if it is. Also, if it is closed off, I'm kind of screwed because I'm more or less cornering myself right now. Alright, well, can't get through there. Alright, let's see if I can get back through this. These many spiders, Jesus Christ. This is terrifying. If I crash once at this point, I will just get eaten alive. I think I took my driving lessons. Oh, good thing that was shallow water. Oh my god, everything's just blocked by biters. So many biters everywhere. Like, I kind of have two solutions for scaling production. Like, either just like make use of every single core drill in my area and just deal with the insane power cost of processing that material, or I have to like find some iron beyond the gigantic wall of biters that's surrounding me on more or less every side. Neither of which I'm too excited for. Right, yeah, my car produces. Right, uranium maybe hostile. Yeah, my car produces pollution in this, right? Hopefully that's not gonna be causing an attack. That's gonna be a problem. Also, one of the issues with having bases that are technically within your pollution cloud at all times, even though they can't reach you, is that like you can never actually guess if you have a bite attack on the way, because like there's always gonna be a shit ton of spawners that are producing consuming pollution. Like most of these are probably just this over here, like that one, like whatever else may be hiding it in the fog of war. That's really close. Sometimes there's actually something to worry about, which there is right now. There's another message for me to read. And to plan my base to fix... plan my base to a fixed amount of consumption, like 30 a second of iron, 15 a second of gear. Well... that's probably a very viable strategy for normal challenges, but the issue is that I'm using like double that, like before I made blue science, and I needed to like my base is using pretty much every single scrap of iron I can get my grubby little hands on, which is like a solid 60 a second at this point. So yeah, yikes. I can't really have that crutch. I'll have to figure it out though. At least they like have access to bottomless resources at all. That's gonna be quite nice. But it's much nicer than the other what it would be otherwise, which is just like, screw you, go die. So the big biters have so much health. Yeah, it is the reason why I'm still just waiting on science to complete. But sometimes actually no. I can't really say that I forget that I'm playing on a 100 times science course when I'm constantly reminded. It's a very constant issue, not really something you overlook. Like, it's kind of just like, what was I doing just now? Oh, nothing, because I'm waiting for research. Right. Like, that's most of my thought while playing this. Getting flashbacks to the start of the game where I spent 40 minutes taking out a relatively small base because I'm taking a lot of losses. Taking out a relatively small base because all I had was a SMG, and I got unlucky enough to have 3 pretty big bases spawned right next to each other, so basically a triple base. It took like 40 minutes to clear that out. Anyways, I'm just reminiscing, I guess, because like it got worse still. But yeah, I really should have been a bit more careful on this base. I'm just kind of zoning out, chatting instead of focusing on my gaming. Because usually when there's this many worms in a base, I would, because I have a little sniper rifle here that I can shoot very far with. I can outrange the worms, so I would just set up a little defense point of turrets to hold off the biters while I commit TF2 sniper and take out the worms from afar. So I don't even know if TF2 sniper does that. It's just like the only sniper character I can name. No, he throws piss bottles in that one meme. Don't know if it's accurate. It's just that was the one I remember of the character, honestly. Yes, a very sane amount of gun turrets to be using on a small base. Yes. I don't think anyone has turret creeped this late into the game before. I do wonder how common of a challenge this is actually, because I got the like the concept of doing increased science cost runs from a friend. I haven't actually seen any on on YouTube or whatever. I've watched most of my content. So I don't really know if it's like a common challenge to do. It's a pretty flexible and like good challenge, honestly, because it can go in so many directions. It is just more of the same game. It's just like a challenge by the barest of definitions, doing the same but at a higher scale and for longer. Finally a base with no worms. Very refreshing. Just say goodbye nests. I think I'm harvesting from the nest is a thing for military science. Due to the increased science cost, I'm pretty sure I'll be needing as much as I can grab of it. But it does also seem like I get a bit of a free pass on that one. Because like the increased science cost multiplier is actually an in-game mechanic. You can do it through like the settings when you make your world, and it like selectively chooses which researches get increased. Like sometimes it does it well, sometimes it doesn't do it too well. But one of the researches that it didn't increase is the research that allows you to automate biomatter. So I don't think you have to worry too much about it, because it will only need like the normal intended amount to be able to automate it before it starts going into crazy amounts, like into tens of thousands. It would be nice if it like did it perfectly, because for like up until greenhouse that I mentioned earlier, you're unable to automate wood. Like the greenhouse itself is not increased. This isn't increased, but like enough of these very required researches are increased, which makes it quite a problem. So message. When you saw Michael Hendricks, I think that's his YouTube, his name like that. They did base game of 1000 times multiplier. I also don't know more about it. I have watched that guy before. I think I watched like a super ultimate Death World run of his, like a 11-hour YouTube video in 2 parts. I think that was him that did that, or maybe it was someone else. It's definitely a guy that cares about the love of the game, the love of the challenge. You respect that guy. He does also seem to be like the guy that does the very difficult extreme challenges. So I could see him doing one like this. Actually, it's a lot harder to do 1000x in a run like this, or on a mod pack, than just doing it in vanilla. Because like most, from what I can tell, most I need more turrets. It's big fighters, goddamn. Most mods add like a science pack that you need wood for, and if I for example have played this challenge with a 1000x science cost, it would go from me needing to manually mine wood for 8 hours at the start of the game to manually having to mine wood for 80 hours at the start of the game, and like, I'm sure you see the problem now. Yeah, I ain't doing all that. In no way. 100x is plenty difficult for this pack. It's not like it ends when I launch a rocket. It's gonna take thousands of hours regardless. Like, I'm a solid 3 sciences deep, and I've been here for like 40 hours already. My friend that introduced me to the concept of increased science cost runs is actually doing a Angels and Bobs run with 1,000 times science cost, and we're both pretty confident that he would have been softlocked in his run quite a while ago if he hadn't been lucky enough to spawn on an island. As in the completely enclosed by water, so none of the biters can get there. What the hell? What the hell? That's so slow. Not expecting the car to take that long to mine. I should have just looted it. It's no matter. I lost a little bit of fuel. I was just not expecting that to be a single small worm that for some reason had a posse of biters surrounding him. Like the worm, not even a bait, it's just a worm. I was not expecting that. It's probably some of the biters I ran away from their homes earlier though. It's like the only thing that could make sense. Yes, let's make another car. It's the benefit of carrying a small country's worth of resources on you at any given time. Just build whatever on site. But due to Questorio being Questorio, it's gonna take ages to craft everything. Really inspired to just download the game again. I'll try the new space chase / exploration with K2 and maybe a small multiplier. I'm lobotomizing myself. Yeah, this is a fun challenge, but do prepare for the long run. As with the mindset I recommended earlier. And definitely, if you respect your time a little bit more, do consider bringing a friend. It helps a lot, especially in the early game. And also, if you're doing a higher multiplier, just anything above 10 times, I would recommend starting with robots, like wood robots, or just starting with a starting with armor that can hold robots, just a little starting kit, so you don't have to do everything manually, because it's a lot more taxing for more or less zero gain, unless you're just there for more or less just torturing yourself. I'd recommend it. As the big Dosh once said, my pain gives you. My pain gives entertainment to thousands of people, your pain gives entertainment to no one, and just suffering. Naturally, I don't give entertainment to people, and I decide to do it anyway, so it's really just up to oneself. But I can add a bit to this sentiment with my own philosophy, which is to what's the point of starting a really big challenge if you're not gonna finish it? It's something, a mindset I've adopted relatively recently in the bigger scheme of things, that because I've just started so many challenges, never finished with them, so to try to combat that that habit, I want to focus a lot more on actually finishing what I start. Besides, I do think it's a pretty good mentality anyway. Finishing what you start. Starting things that you can actually finish. Unless you can follow that pipe dream of enjoying the journey or whatever. I'm not really too keen on buying into that. Journey can only do so much, at least for me. Actually, all this is saying off of just personal experiences. I'm not a psychologist. I just have a lot of mental illnesses and have thought a lot about things. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. I don't really have credibility. again, even people that do have a degree or whatever, education on a certain subject, aren't always just correct, and aren't always right. Don't always have the best ideas. Sometimes a basement dweller can have a better idea than a licensed psychiatrist or whatever you call them. I don't know. But anyways, I'm not saying that I do, I'm just saying that as a possibility. For the pain! I mean, I would love to play with a friend, but it'll be difficult because therefore I need one in the first place. But I will at least have you and other streamers in the background for the journey. Well, a little tip for, like, at least just trying to see if you can find someone. You could go on the Factorio, official Factorio server has a LFG channel. You could at least try to post about your run in that channel and see if someone hops aboard. Because the friend that I've mentioned a few times now about the production multiplier idea was actually someone I met over the Factorio Discord server quite recently, actually, regarding a warp drive machine run, which we even managed to finish. Yippee! So I definitely recommend that, since it's worked for me. I can personally verify it. Like, I'm searching for a word here, but I can't seem to find it. But verify should be applicable enough. I guess I could say, like, I can personally vote for it. Something like that. I really feel like I'm the best at finding the like the most appropriate word to use. But then again, I'm not writing a essay for my final exam. I'm just chatting on a stream. It does not have to be perfect. But I just have a very big want to improve things as I go. So naturally I will try to. But I should just improve naturally as well. It's not something I need to go around actively worrying about. There are better things that I could worry about. I could also just not worry about things. Not like stress myself into the floor. It's not gonna help anyone, especially not me. Mental health and all that. I do choose to care about that. Especially since I'm currently trying to get away from where I know I would be if I didn't care. Because I'm pretty sure I'm suffering some pretty major burnout right now. It's pretty hard for me to find energy to do things. But anyways, that's something I don't believe I could go into better detail on, even if I wanted to, so oh well. I should just get little teaser tidbits every now and then if you tune in often. I'll try it out, thank you. Growing and learning is the way in the future. Indeed, I agree. Life without learning is not worth living, or something like that. I don't know, I pulled that saying out of my ass. It's not something I've heard anywhere. Oh, that hit something. Hit my oil refinery. How I love space exploration. Random rocks falling from the sky. They have bought soon. That's something. 5 hours and 20 minutes until the sun explodes. That's a bit stressful, honestly, but I do Like I do have a few like emergency like counters to it. Like one, I could like tear down my base to rebuild it afterwards, since I do want to reconstruct some of the things, but I would rather not, because I don't want to I don't want to get in the hello Splinter, and also thanks for the follow, Sora. I appreciate it. So rock in the way. Also, I forgot what I was trying to say. My silly ass. And also, since you're dropping a follow, which again I appreciate, I should probably mention that a good bit of the time I also stream a Minecraft mod pack called GTNH, Rectech New Horizons. So you won't always be seeing Factorio here. It's actually like at the moment more often that I stream GTNH, but it's also a pretty over the top challenge mod pack, just for a different flavor of game. But anyways, you could try it out, or you could only tune in for the Factorio streams. Either one works. Oh no, I just thought I might mention. Say honest disclaimer. Should make the robots. Don't wait for that. Are pretty fast to make. Go! Created the first construction robot in 43 hours. I don't have to do this anymore. Yeah. Also, I should save these repairs so I could get robots to do it. I think I might actually. Be needing to do some microcrafting first though. It's not these though. For some reason, personal robots like that's microcrafting then big portable solar panel. Because of course, well, it's big after all. I guess. Don't really know if that flies as a proper argument. Woo! Personal robot port. Pretty sure they're both compared to vanilla as well. Which is gonna be nice considering that the next tier of Roboport, which I usually just go straight for, is pretty far away. It's like probably another 40 hours. You have to double the amount of sciences I have. I haven't even made military yet. It's probably something I should try to get done in this time before the sun explodes. Now I need some quartz. Like, these are frequent at this point. Maybe the game is like, listen here, bucko, it's time for you to actually make the meteor defense now. Maybe I'm just adding characteristics to a inanimate object or concept to, I don't know, entertain myself. My fun in all this is also a concern to me, so I don't regret my schizophrenic ramblings. Gotta entertain myself somehow. So we just have to switch the PC real fast, hope I didn't miss anything. What's it? Yeah. It was. I just have a no copyright sound playlist playing in the background for my music. Even though like it does get claimed as copyright by Twitch automatic system, because like of course you can't have shit in this day and age. But Sora, you did miss out on a thing actually. I was notifying you that I do primarily stream DTNH at the moment. I'm planning to go roughly 50-50 between DTNH and Factorio, DTNH being a Minecraft mod pack, but you might have missed that. Perhaps another thing I should rush is getting a logistics system set up. Should probably also queue some more important researches here. What do I want? What do I want to prioritize? I think like the advanced chemical processing, so then I can get a why the hell is that? Here, advanced chemistry, because then I can get better ore yield. Because right now my recipe is my recipe is 20 iron ore to 20 ore to 15 plates. But with this it would actually be 1-to-1, just at the cost of a bit of sulfuric acid. Well, the reason why I don't play absolutely god awful music is because like I have to listen to it. I don't want to listen to awful music. And I'm also like most of the copyright planes come for the VOD, and I have my background music disabled in the VOD, so I'm not too worried about it. And I'm considering like switching to a playlist that I more actively enjoy for my stream. Because I do have a better playlist that I built brick by brick, which is what I listen to normally. Most of it is game soundtracks actually, so it's probably less likely to get copyright claimed. But still, I do care to be careful. Now, even though this music will get claimed, well, it will get muted in my VODs. I don't think it'll lead to any in like proper repercussions, because like it is meant to be music that you can use without worrying about copyright. The thing wrong with nails on chalkboard is that it's you're being sarcastic. I'm not gonna actually explain it like a autistic person, even though I am one of those. So why the hell why my robots not roboting? It's because they don't have power? Oh, they still need to charge a bit more officially. Yeah, I'll wait for repairing it. I want the satisfaction. I will sit right here and wait if I have to. But I should get military science rocking first, so I can start working towards setting it up properly. So I do also want to expand my arsenal a bit before the great solar reset. Because like if I get this, for example, I can get a much better shotgun and much better sniper ammo. Can also get a laser turrets and flamethrowers for the purposes of setting up an actual defense. I can get better walls, but I'm not too concerned about that. Probably should be, but not too concerned about that. I can also get air filters, which I can use instead of a point defense to just make a wall protecting the biters from pollution instead of my base from the biters. That's also something I could do only with military science. You can also get a tank, which is probably like the highlight out of this batch. Actually, you can also get more damage upgrades, but like these are just a lot of research time for something that you kind of can't go without. It's not really necessary. Because like usually you would have one of two reasons to be going for damage upgrades, either for ammo like resource efficiency or for extra DPS. And when it comes to DPS, it's gonna be like just a lot easier to yeah, robots. It's gonna be a lot easier to my words are not working. When it comes to DPS, it's gonna be a lot easier to just spam many more turrets at a time to deal with that problem. When it comes to the efficiency, it's gonna be a long time before it actually like becomes worth it to before it actually come. Oh my god, I can't speak. I'm sorry. Before it actually like pays off in terms of like the cost, because it's just such a like upfront cost on these, like 20,000 of each of these cards. For if I'm shooting out of gun turrets, it's gonna essentially be 20% extra damage. It's gonna take ages to pay off. The bots are so nice. The slowest molasses right now, but they're still so nice. Hey, is it worth going for speed? Yeah, definitely yes. 5,000. Get 2 upgrades actually. Bring it up to 65% extra speed. If you ever wonder what people in horror movies say, hello, like, yeah, the killer's looking, like, look over and say, I'm in the 7-Eleven, you need anything? Let me like read that with my full brain power instead of trying to read it out loud. I think I'm also just a bit too tired at this point, maybe. Alright, I'm sorry, but there's not enough commas in your sentence for me to be sure about what you're trying to say. I apologize. I think it's also like, I think you're referring to a horror movie trope, and I can say pretty safely that I don't know the horror movie trope because I don't really watch horror movies or mini movies in general. So yeah, probably not. Let's get this other solar panel in here. Yeah, I'm a bit lost. Yeah, I'm sure what you're trying to say would make a lot more sense to a person that's actually familiar with the trope that you're referring to, but I am not. But yeah, robots. Really don't need to use robots for this, but just for the sake of it. No robots. Is there still 2 out of power? Wait, how about I don't do that? Actually, it's nighttime now. They're stopped charging. There's efficiency modules. My God, it's so low now. Yeah, I don't need steel fluid tanks. Thank you and no thank you. We get one of you, two in front of that, and add these 2 in front of that. Yeah. It's like, once I get to... I should have to mine it to get the research. I have warehouses of the stuff, and I still have to mine it to be able to process it. But yeah, once I can actually process this, it's going to be a lot easier to store, and it's probably also going to be possible to void as well. But I think I'd be more interested in actually using it. It's like I could use it for more energy efficient mining drills as well. It's also just better in general. A lot of mining drills. This also unlocks the next tier of mining productivity, which I'm interested in as well. So apply to my core drills as well. As well. I'm saying as well as lot. And lot. Sorry, I didn't have time for the rampant mod today. I was out all day with GF getting stuff for the travel. Don't worry about it. If I'd been interested in continuing that that playthrough, I would have reached out to you, and you probably noticed that I didn't. I didn't really find time for it either. So no worries. So get immersite here. I'm not really sure where I'd be mining it from, because like normal Questorio has a like little immersite wells scattered around the place where you can mine immersite from. But like considering how much of the map I've explored, I feel like I would have found one by now. So I feel like there's another solution for it. Like maybe actually this mine space science pack. So maybe this is immersite has been turned into one of the resource you have to go to another planet to find and process, just like Fire-Knight and Vulcanite. Maybe. I guess we'll see when we get there. So, like my profile picture? If you're referring to the profile picture I have, it's just a random goofy, silly wizard cat that I found in a random meme compilation and took a screenshot of. It's not a commonly distributed meme cat. It's just I saw like a little in the meme compilation. I saw a little clip of a cat wearing like a robe and a and the hat that you see in the profile picture, just like meowing with like whimsical wizard of fairy music in the background. And I just thought it was funny, and I searched through the individual frames of the 5-second clip and found a funny one. Took a screenshot, and it's been my profile picture for a while on most platforms. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty difficult to find the source of that for you. Or at least I have a source at all, because I included the title of the video in my screenshot. Actually, that should make it pretty easy to find. Because I'm guessing you're asking because you're interested in it. Alright, it's from... it's a very generic title, so it's probably not helping, but it's from a video called Offensive Memes that if you YLYLV36 at 4 minutes and 5 seconds in the video, maybe that's enough for you to find it. That's all I got for you. That's all I gave myself to be able to find it if I was interested. That's all I can provide you. be pretty cool if I end up starting a cat meme. Like be the source of a silly cat picture distribution. Who knows? Cool enough to have like a one that's equally whimsical but a bit rarer. I haven't really thought of that way too much though. I don't really pose myself for the purposes of just like presenting myself to others. I kind of just exist a bit more independently. At least when my brain allows me to, without stressing about how many people are looking at me. But at least for the most part, like I'm kind of contradicting myself when I'm saying this while streaming. But for the most part, there's no one looking at me, so it doesn't really matter what I do, what I say. But kind of looking like I might be watched occasionally in my little endeavor into Twitch streaming. So maybe I can't really use that crutch anymore. But I've already prepared a alternative. That being that if people don't like the me I'm showcasing on these streams, they can just leave, and they don't care about me, I don't care about them, and we'll go our separate ways. So still don't really think I care too much about what people think of me. I think I kind of went on the rant here. It's a thing I still kind of do on my streams, because like how I managed to talk more or less constantly on my streams is just through basically just saying more or less every single thought I have out loud, which does lead to at times my internal monologue getting shown, getting through the cracks. I still haven't gotten any green circuits. It's quite a cult whose main purpose is to distribute silly pictures of cats. I think there's plenty of cults doing just that. Actually, I think a bit too late to it, but like I'd be down. Can already do it just at the purpose of branding myself as a silly cat fella. I'm already distributing the concepts. Found the cat. Very nice. That gives me hope as well, because that would indicate to me that the information would be enough for me to find the cat if I need it as well. Oh, well, I was kind of expecting that, considering the whimsiness of the cat. I wasn't really expecting it to be a like not, because like the video was structured in like the video clip I found it was definitely meant to be the center of attention. It was definitely dressed up to be presented, so I really should have expected that, because I don't think I fully was. But it's very cool to have a name though. Only the silly ass fucking whimsical whistle cat. It's gotta be one of my favorite genders. Silly, whimsical ass wizard cat. It's gotta be like the top 3 of genders. Like, I'm not really too familiar with RimWorld, but as far as I know, RimWorld is a survival colony building game. And off of that description, this game is not really remotely similar, but I think RimWorld also has options for automation, and based on how those options are implemented, it could be familiar or similar, perhaps. But like, I'm not really educated on the topic enough to actually say. But from my impression, on the surface level, it doesn't seem too similar. But I've only, like, my impression of Rumble is only like 20 Let's Play YouTube videos that I've watched. Okay, I'm just gonna make some military science. I'm getting distracted. It's not really the type of situation to get lost chatting. So I'm a bit tight on time. So I do want to like make this science at scale as much as I can. But also don't, if I make a buff, I don't really have to make it at scale. Rumble is more like a simulation of a colony. In fact, it's all about automation defending your base, but you can also play Factorio without native spiders. Alright. A realistic colony building game, like your colonists can have a heartfelt conversation about death and kill themselves. Sounds like an interesting game. Oh, how I wish to see the man upstairs slits throat cutely. Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying. I think I'm a bit too high at the melatonin right now. I don't really feel too comfortable taking Cook off my main grid, my main power grid for the purposes of making military science. I'd rather make some elsewhere. So I do have enough coal coming in. I just need to make another setup with greenhouses. I guess a good starting point would be get some greenhouses. I probably should make them in the mall. I just haven't set that up yet. But I guess while manual crafting some, I could set it up. I guess I could show a bit of the process how to set this up. So the actual circuit conditions are a bit too convoluted for what I'm comfortable spending time on, considering my time constraints right now. I'll probably show it once the like if people specifically ask, and once the kernel mass ejection problem has passed. Snug as a bug on a drug. I've heard that one before. Can they be snug on more than one drug? That's what I'm curious about. How many drugs? I guess you're referring to RimWorld. How many drugs can you take? Kinda sensing it might be time to call it for today. Before I go insane. Before I do something, I don't know. I don't even know what really happens when I get too tired. Try not to push it too far. Oh. Well, I'm not actually high. I'm saying high on melatonin, which is the sleep hormone. I'm referring to me being tired, not being high. But I'm also wording it like I'm high, and you're probably just being sarcastic anyways. But no, I'm not high. I prefer to stay away from things that would actively make my life harder. So, not much for drugs, or even alcohol. may think a life boring that way, but I'd rather have uh, a long life that may be called that may end up boring than a short life. Yeah, it's just so much better when you actually have it being crafted for you. Okay, I need to make a cook setup. I have to like switch my brain off of walking around chatting mode to actual like factory designing mode, so this might be a bit rough. I do think I can make this a bit easier by just a bit easier on myself by just taking the overflow of coal and shoving it into another layer of cook furnaces here. This is gonna be so nice. Holy shit. Oh my god, that's actually so satisfying. I might have busted my pants right there. You gotta understand, it's been 43 hours without mods, making everything manually. This is actually a godsend. I've been waiting for this so long. To put it there. Hehe. 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 I don't have to do everything anymore. Should play the songs you're playing, songs that be in the background of a Minecraft if it was in real life 2014 our video. Maybe. I haven't really seen one of those in a while. Also, I'm pretty sure completely out of context though. Why do people always have to lie though? Honestly, no idea what you're referring to. Are you saying that I've lied? Or like I have no idea what you're referring to. Schizophrenia comment? What the hell? Am I setting this up? I want to go over that and have my this setup. Also, just turn off bar so I can actually design here. So I don't want all this to be made of red. I'm still concerned about resource costs. Much so. So I want this to come from the other side as well. They seem like pretty real to me with the second of day. That's not how you're meant to say second, not 2th. Honestly, maybe everyone's just tired. Maybe it's just late for everyone. I don't really know what to think of this anymore. Kind of losing my grip on reality reading the chat right now. Just need to stop this one. That's one half of it. I just need the wood. So place it over here. So let's copy a patch of this. Like I said, it has no context, just skit to talk. Shiso. It is pretty hard to spell, honestly. I don't even think I could get it off the top of my head. But what were you saying about like lying though? That's the part I really don't get. But I'm also not really like, I'm a bit too tired to remember what I'm even saying, so like honestly I think I'm just a bit too tired in general. I think that's just the bottom line of this. Maybe I should just call it for today. Just stop trying to fill every second with chattage. Gods, do your thing. Make me proud. That's not helping. What's that? Damn it, the books. What the hell? They go for that. Yeah, it's annoying. It's probably just like a very recent expansion party. Just gonna drop some of this. Left my bots behind, so they can't really help with this. There they are. Come here. Bet they all need to charge now. Where's that guy going? Oh wait, see ya, bro. How much building range do I have? Not enough. Oh, alright, I'm not sure why they're trying to go that far away. Alright, buddies. Get to work. So much better, man. My god, just let me pick up the conveyor, I don't care about the trees. I don't actually have any wooden poles on me, they need to be metal bolts. I'm never seeing this many bots while they're still moving this slowly. That'll be a new one for me. Water. I think I have enough PP. I think I'm just gonna go deal that biter base, because I'm definitely not gonna remember next time I play, and then I should probably just call it for today. Too much tire. Let me read that though. It's also reference to House MD. It's something that's been occupying my thoughts too much right now. I haven't seen House, or maybe House MD is different from House. But all I've seen from it is that like doctor guy breakdancing, John House or whatever his name is. Seems pretty unserious of a guy. My clips I've seen of him exclusively being unserious. Funny how that works. Yeah, it seems to be the space down here. Just so much pollution. Adding efficiency modules to so many things, it's getting better. Yeah, I have bots now, I have to finish that. Can I make them... No, can't deal with that. I can, however, go repair. And pick up my things. Pick up my things, there we go. Robots are just quite slow. My solar panels are enough to keep up though. So main concern is not a concern. Also seems like the biters like properly collect themselves again back to the nests instead of just wandering the wastelands. But it's not like the biters are gonna, like the actual biters are gonna be smelling the pollution, and well, that's close. But yeah, that's actually the one that was making attack parties. Just very close to doing it. It's a lot of little bigs. Sacrificing my... Are those big worms? Holy shit. For one, I'm getting annihilated. Shoot the worms! Except for very balanced amount of health, by the way. Yeah. Didn't wake my mom with my screamage. Holy shit! Thank you so much! Holy crap! Thank you so much for the raid, Hoovy boy. Appreciate that. Fortune is not really at it's not really at the best time because I don't think I'm streaming for too much longer, unfortunately. But I guess I can pass it on perhaps. And regarding why it's not 1000x is because if it was, I would still be mining wood for basic science packs and would be mining wood for another 40 hours. Because I no start with bots. And the first science pack takes a lot of wood. So yeah. I do want to finish this at some point. My philosophy with this kind of challenge is why start something you can't don't have any hope of finishing anyways. So I think it's pretty fair of me to want to do something else for the rest of my life. Maybe if I had a squad of 3 to 4 goons to do a challenge with, I would consider upping the science cost, but like 100 is a lot already. You did a sick run as well. How's that going, Kuvi boy? I've been watching you in a fair amount of time. I don't think that was aimed at me. We did anyways. Well, that's more or less what I'm doing right now, and like it's going fine so far. But I do also have expertise on just like doing really tedious challenges and micromanagement. So like if you want a pretty major challenge and probably like doubling the stress in your day-to-day life, then go for it. All props to you. Hey, not really sure like what you normally play and what you like normally do, because I haven't actually heard of you before. But like if you like Factorio and you like big challenges and are fine with doing big time investments, then it's probably not the place to start, but it's something. It really depends on how okay you are with the potential of not actually finishing the runs you start. I think I have too much more I can recommend. Or Raiders, right? I want Raiders. I want Raiders right now. It's another thing I've been waiting on for a while. Kinda forgot I get them now. So I think it's the preferred gameplay for me. I'll consider this for future. Well, all props to you then. Good luck. Fair warning though, if you prefer to not start with robots at the beginning, do prep yourself for approximately 8 hours of manually mining wood to get through the starting researchers before you can automate the first science pack and to get out of the burner age. Okay, what do I want next in here? Perhaps I continue working towards this one I wanted. Right, so how long I've been streaming? Only 2 hours. Yeah, I think I can keep going. This raid jolted me a bit. I feel more awake now. Feel like I could crack out military science as well. Let me take a bathroom break though and refill my water. I'll be back. I am back. Alright, so you also need electronic components and blank tech cards actually. Approximately how many of these would I need? Just search for it. So like you are 15k, you're 5k, so like the things I really want, it's like solid 35k. I definitely have to make this at scale, like at least 300 SPM. Also this one, 27,000. So yeah, like 300 SPM, probably. So yeah, it does seem like I'll need to hook it up to the bus. Yes, let me calculate the ratios on this using the humble hill mod. Military. So 300 SPM would be 5 a second, so that's correct already. Alright, that's just like bare minimum essentially. These also shouldn't be too bad. It's really this one I'm concerned about. 11 assemblers, that in... Alright, so I'll definitely have enough of that already. Don't have to worry about sourcing more coke. That probably means that I could aim for 600 SPM here. Just have the possibility for it. Perhaps I should just like make a buffer. But yeah, I think probably 300 SPM and then like a test buffer. So what do you want to bring? So the biomatter. It's gonna be hard to source. On top of that, it also needs biomatter as an input as well. Biomatter. Go 2 into 5, the cost of another petroleum gas and oxygen. Wait, petroleum gas? No. Okay, 34 seconds. How bad is that? God damn it, I don't have radars. Don't walk up there. I cannot wait to get off these sentinels and actually be able to see my base. Caesar's making 6 a second, so he's used like a full assault 6 of them. Well, it's manageable, but it's not ideal or particularly appealing. Guess the goobers had something to repair. Should really be walking around with that off, so they don't get stuck somewhere. Should also bump at least one of those up actually, especially with how much progress it has. Okay, so back to my plano. Oxygen, where would I source this? Use atmospheric. If I do it with this, it's 14 megawatts and 16 machines. If I do it with Do you even have this? What a separation. Well, it's more megawatts anyway, so I don't care. That's not too bad. Damn, military requires a lot of infrastructure. So I think I just make... Like, I have the coke here, I try to make a setup making biomatter down here. And I pipe both of those up, and I guess try to fit it into this space. Kind of running out of space up against the water. That side. Need some time to just catch up on my thinking. Trying to make a mental image. So how many different inputs do I need for this? 3 different ones. Not too high throughput. But still... I guess I could run only 2 conveyors if I have... Like do a output filter like this. To only have the cards the output. Which would probably be easier than adding a extra conveyor on the outside, because that just makes it that much wider. Probably want to add a little spot for the electronic components like I have here. 7 assemblers rounded up to 8. Guess I do 4 rows of 7, so 2 clumps, 7 long each. Suppose if I have this concrete of a game plan, I could start setting it up, which also makes me think that I should set up biomatter first. So I guess I should do that. Just needs like a priority input going back to the process and some oxygen condensators or whatever they were called. Do I have those yet? No. Atmospheric condenser. I guess I think I can place a ghost of it if I go in here. Yeah. Atmospheric condensator. Can I select recipe in this? No. Alright, well... It's a 7x7, so just slump it in after. Alright, yeah. But now I just need to handcraft the first bit of science. One of the options to make this setup before I even are they before I have the bio labs. Oh. Well, it needs advanced chemistry anyway, so I guess we're waiting. How expensive are those actually? And more importantly, did they take biomatter to make? They do. Okay, it's gonna be a bit slow to get that up to scale. Like, I have a decent bit of biomatter, but not that much. And considering how many I needed, they don't have too much of a processing speed, so it's gonna be a while to kickstart, which is just kind of a problem, because like there's 4 hours and 47 minutes until the sun goes goodbye world. So maybe I won't be able to make military in time. While maintaining my mental sanity. So if I don't make it to military science, what would I want to do? Like, essentially what you want to do before the great reset. Like, getting better flooring would be nice, but it's also not too... It's like too essential. Getting better miners is a definite. More of my rare metals I can use before everything goes down, the better, because actually there's a pretty small chance that if it will be trampled by the coronal mass ejection. I think I could gamble on that not happening. Besides, I do expect that I'll need to do at least a little bit of save scumming, considering how much base. And if I'm considering that, perhaps I should try to not completely reset my base then. Because that would be a lot more ideal. I'm not too keen on having to do all of it over again. I'm sure I don't have to testify why. Rebuilding a base of this scale, like even with bots, like most likely I would end up redesigning most of it. Well, I would do that either way. Feel like I should probably just take a big thorough think about it off stream some time. It would really help if I had a bit more experience with designing big bases. Have some better some norms to return to when in doubt. Let's say deconstruct everything that would be a pain to rebuild before the Great Dying, like the coal miner. But like, if I deconstruct it, that would mean that I would have to rebuild it, because I don't really like know a good streamlined method for deconstructing it before and then setting it up again after. Because like if it gets destroyed by natural means, like a ghost pops up, robots can replace it, that isn't a problem. But if you deconstruct it, it's not gonna leave behind a ghost. So like, what would I do? Just make segmented blueprints of my entire base, so I can paste all of it as a ghost. Or maybe if I do it in the same session, I can Control-C it a bit at a time. It'd be really nice if this game had a feature where I could pause but still be able to like edit ghosts around the map. So then I could just take my sweet time recovering afterwards. But then again, like it's like this first coronal mass ejection always happens at 48 hours, and it's pretty like it's guaranteed to happen from there, but it doesn't happen every 48 hours. From there, it's actually random. And since they bothered to make it random, I would hope that means that they it would take a bit longer for the next coronal mass ejection to happen in 48 hours. So maybe we don't have to worry too much about the time pressure. Besides, even with another 48 hours, I'm pretty confident I would be able to make it to the Umbrella in time. But I guess it depends on how bad the resource shortage is. The resource shortages would be. Made it through. Because I'm pretty low on iron nearby. Like I have this patch of 4.3 million, 1.5 million down here. Literally nothing else on the entire map. And like, you may think that's a lot, but like at the scale I'm consuming things, it's not really a lot. Like, I'm plowing through all this ore. At the point where like, my 2 copper mines aren't really actually that's backed up. So it's just my conveyors not being fast enough. Yeah. So it didn't. Yeah. It's because it actually needs 3 conveyors of input instead of 2. So a different ratio. It's, no, it isn't that ratio, but it's more than 2 that it needs anyways. Why even is the recipe in here? Like it's a ratio of 20 to 15. So I can't just have one build in to get one build out. Unfortunately. I suspect the tire that's getting to me. I'm not really feeling too productive. But I also don't really have anything to do right now. Perhaps I could just do some planning. Perhaps I should just hold for today. It just feels a bit improper to end the stream while there's so many more viewers than normal watching. But I suppose if I raid someone, like the people that want to watch a stream will just be watching someone else. So I really shouldn't be like what's the word? Like over providing to others at the cost of myself so much. Doubt it's good for my mental health. Also, I should add this to the queue as one of the things that need the basic science pack. Yeah, it's might be a bad idea to push myself. I've gotten to my quota, my norm. I usually aim for like 2 hours, maybe 3, but it's not helping that it's just late for me. I don't stream this late, like ever, actually. A bit too occupied, and I got raided, and it felt like it was gonna be too awkward if I just end the stream 5 minutes after getting raided. Yeah, I don't. Kind of just hit a brick wall right now in terms of my motivation. I'm tired, man. Alright, I'm gonna find someone to raid. Holy shit, I'm actually top of the Factorio category. That's cool. Well, actually no. Top of the search, but not top of the actual category. There's so many. I'm not really too good at this whole picking someone to raid thing. There's just so many options. Oh well. I guess I'll just do the big sploff again. I like the guy's YouTube videos. Big spliff sploff plink plonk. Anyways, I guess I'll do my outro or something. I'll see you all later. Hopefully leave a follow if you enjoyed. Otherwise, just take care. And I probably should have put in the command before. Here goes. Here goes the raidage. Anyways, peace out. See you all some other time. Goodbye.